Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. It's always a great time to get with you as we look through all of the different events and transits and aspects that are going on in astrology. And I always pull some tarot cards and just get a feel of the energy that is going on around us. So if you haven't joined me here before, thank you so much for joining me. For you that have joined me here before, thank you so much. We are actually going to talk about the March 2022 astrology and energy that is going on, and then I'm going to pull some tarot cards for each of the 12 signs. So please make sure you take a look at your sun, moon, and rising sign signs of the different videos. I will put timestamps below. I also invite you to take a look if you know your birth chart and you have placements in other signs as well, because oftentimes the energies will be apparent in more of the different signs. So let's get right into it. We are going to be talking about March 2022 in the astrology, and I actually pulled out this Pisces card. It is the moon card, the number 18 major arcana in the deck. And the reason why I wanted to highlight this is, yes, the sun is in Pisces during the first part of March, and then it is moving into Aries the second part. But what is more important is that this is a culmination. Like, the Pisces sign is the ending of an entire astrology cycle. Once we start at that spring equinox on March 20th, when the sun moves into Aries, we will be into a new astrological year. This is really important, you all, because this is almost like how, you know, when we get to December and we're all trying to think of, okay, what are the goals I have for this next year? What are the things I accomplished? This is that same type of energy. And this March is going to have a lot of great energy in it for manifesting, as well as there's a really beneficial lucky day of the year when the sun conjuncts Jupiter on March 5th. Mercury is going to move into Pisces on the 9th. We have a full moon in Virgo on the 18th. We actually open up the month with the new moon in Pisces on the 2nd. So take a look at those dates below, because I want you all to realize that we have a lot of positive, beneficial energy. Remember, all the planets are still direct. Mercury came out of its post shadow at the end of February. So we really have a lot of great aspects going on. And I want to pull some cards for each week for each sign. And let's get right into it, because there's a lot to talk about. Okay, I'll see you back in your sign. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your March 2022 month ahead reading. We are going to pull 2 cards for each week of the month to see how these energies play out for you. Hopefully you all are having a great solar return. If it's already your birthday or you also celebrated in February, happy birthday, Pisces. So for the first week, we already have the Judgment card. So pretty telling of how the energy is. Remember, I said Pisces is that energy of culmination. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. So that first week of March, Pisces, especially since it is your solar return, you're probably going to be experiencing a lot of endings, things that are just going to come to an end, but you're going to have some intuition and intuitive thoughts that first week. Second week of March, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Two of Swords. Interesting of that duality here, where you have the High Priestess and you have the Two of Swords, both of that 2 energy. Third week, you have the Four of Pentacles, possibly money themes coming up for you. And you have the Four of Swords in reverse. So that third week of March, it looks like you need to possibly be taking some rest, but it also looks like some money is going to come on in. That fourth week of March, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And lastly, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So this is really interesting energy, I will say, Pisces, because this first week of the month, you definitely have this energy around trying to finish up old cycles. The Judgment card is always one in which you are finishing up almost like a karmic cycle. So maybe you all have had things that have come up in your life that are important, that you have been trying to finish out, and you're kind of like trying to figure out when is the best time to move through this cycle. The Judgment card is definitely this card of like, have you done everything that you needed to do on this earth in order to be rewarded up in heaven? With that High Priestess, like I said, I think around that first week of March, Mercury does conjunct Saturn also on March 2nd. So be prepared for some type of downloads, Pisces, in that first week, maybe about cycles that you are trying to come to an end. Second week of March, we have this Page of Cups and the Two of Swords. That is right around when Mercury moves into Pisces. So you might have some clearer thoughts, but they might be kind of like confusing, meaning like parts of you might be able to, maybe someone's coming in with some kind of emotional energy. This could be a fellow Piscean. It could be a Scorpio or a Cancer with that Page of Cups. You might get some intuitive messages from that first week, but since the High Priestess is in reverse and the Two of Swords comes up, it's almost like you're not quite sure how to choose, or you're not quite sure how to use the information. I think once Mercury moves into Pisces on the 9th, you might start getting some clarity as you move towards the end of the month. That third week of March, I do see this Four of Pentacles and this Four of Swords. With you getting 2 4s, there is this energy of maybe you're holding on too tightly to something. If this was in the upright position, it's usually meaning rest, but with it in the reversal, I'm really feeling like this is like energy around you trying to get your finances straight, you trying to, you're no longer in this like wait and see mode with the Four of Pentacles. It's almost like you're trying to get out of debt, you're working on your finances, you're tired of like waiting, and so you're really like getting your money in check, but just be careful not to hold on too tightly to your money, or don't be too frugal, because remember, money still needs to be able to flow. Money is just energy. So keep that in mind that third week of March. The last week of March, Pisces, it looks like there's some information that is trying to come in. It looks like you're going to be really busy, but I'm glad to see this Five of Cups in reverse. So maybe you in the past were like not feeling great about where you were, but it seems like you're kind of healing over something emotional. You might get some messages in this fourth week of March. Mercury does conjunct Neptune on March 23rd. So this could also be this energy of like messages not being as clear as you would like them to be. There's also this energy when Mercury moves into Aries on March 27th of where is it that you want to initiate something new, instead of like looking to the past, or being concerned about an old cycle. There is some energy of you maybe mourning something that is no longer here, but the universe wants you to take charge. They want you to really be proactive in whatever you're going to do in this next cycle, in this next astrological year. So Pisces, I would say around March 20th, when the sun moves into Aries, there's that spring equinox. Make sure you are planting new seeds of intention around your new moon on March 2nd. Throughout this month of March, the universe is really asking you to be proactive. Know that like your intuition is going to guide you, but you might not have all the answers right now. And if there's any kind of money issue coming in, just make sure you're not holding on too tightly and not stifling the ability for you to get money, so that you're not going to be stressing about any kind of money or debt throughout the month of March. Okay, Pisces, I hope you all have a great solar return, and I will talk to you all later.